Yo, it's the Blog Mama coming to y'all like I know how, man. Listen up, man. Today, I'm blogging about my team, the team I love in NFL, the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm going off on them. I'm going off on them, man, because 1-6, who'd ever would have thought the Cowboys would be 1-6 at this point in time in the year? That's unacceptable. It's unacceptable. Look, the fact of the matter is, I got a couple things I want to go over, and I'm not blaming coaching. I'm not blaming Jerry Jones. And now it's just like, who are the Cowboys going to draft? I'm not blaming the coach. I'm not a guy that, I guess because I play sports myself, that I don't put too much blame on coaches. Neither do I give them too much credit. I think coaches they're almost like the quarterback of a football team in anything, college sports, college, football, basketball, in any sport. I feel like the coach gets way too much credit when things go right, and they also get way too much blame when things go wrong. Wade Phillips, do I think he's a great coach? No, I don't think he's a great coach. I mean, his record says he is. He wins 60% of his games as a Cowboys head coach. But the talk around is they need to get rid of Wade Phillips right now. Well, why? How many games has Wade Phillips played this year? Don't worry, I'll wait. Exactly, none. He has played no games in the NFL for the Dallas Cowboys this year. None. So why would we get rid of him? He has not played. He has not strapped up, put a mouthpiece in, put his chin strap on, and been on that football field. Another person I'm not going to blame, Jerry Jones. How many games has he played this year? None. I'm not blaming him. For what? Jerry Jones, to me, and I may be biased, he has done everything in his power to make us a success. He's done everything in his power to make us a success. Everything. He's brought in Terrell Owens. He's brought in, I'm just saying, for these last 4 or 5 years, he's brought in Pac-Man Jones. He brings in Dez Bryant, renews Tony Romo's contract, brought in Roy Williams. He's trying to do everything possible for us to be a success. He's built this immaculate stadium. I'm not blaming Wade Phillips. I'm not blaming Jerry Jones. So that leads me to who to blame. The players. The players get the blame. The Cowboys are 1-6, not because of Wade Phillips, not because of Jerry Jones. To me, when a team starts doing that, that's copping out. I don't care how sorry the team is, that's copping out. The Chiefs last year won 4 games, 5 games, if that much. Now they have a better record than the Cowboys. Guess what? Last year, the coaches, this, that, and the other. Well, now they got Charlie Wise on the staff. They got Romeo Crennel on the staff. Now it's the coaching. No, it's not the coaching necessarily. Those guys are performing better. That's it. They've got Thomas Jones. Matt Castle's performing better. They have players that are just performing better than they did last year. And the Cowboys are not. That's just a fact. We need to clear house from our linebackers back. We need to just get rid of those guys. Start over, make everyone earn a spot. Brady James, I'm a fan of his because he's a Cowboy, but he's an older linebacker. Keith Brooken, I'm a fan of his because he's a Cowboy. He's an older linebacker. DeMarcus Ware, stay. Anthony Spencer, stay. As far as our D-backs, get rid all of them. Get rid of them all. Terrence Newman, he's a good D-back. but I would prefer him to be our second corner, not the guy that sticks the best receiver. He would be great. He would even be great in a nickel situation. You know what I mean? We need guys. We don't have any physical cornerbacks. You know, I was looking at this Steelers game last night, and we don't have anyone like that gets legit pass interference calls. Some of those guys, like, you know, for the Jets and the Steelers, the Packers, those guys get real pass interference calls because they play aggressive all the time. When the Cowboys get pass interference calls, we look at it as a terrible thing as fans because we don't play that way all the time. That's just fact. That's just fact. So, out of all our D-backs, I would keep Terrence Newman. You know, Sensabaugh, he's all right. I don't know if he's a starting safety in the NFL. Then I'm gonna say maybe not a starting safety on a team that is supposed to be good. That's going to go anywhere. We don't have a Darren Sharper, a Troy Polamalu, a Ed Reed. We don't have those type of guys, and you know, I know there's not a lot of them out there, but I even look at the guy for who was he? I forget. He was a safety, and the Cowboys could have picked him up in the off season. But we just need to get rid of everyone back there except for Terrence Newman. That's just fact of the matter, man. And a team like the Cowboys, who preseason Super Bowl contenders, and you know that means we have all the talent in the world, but we're going to have an early draft pick, guaranteed top 10. That's guaranteed. We might be looking at top 5. We may even get a top 3. Who do you draft? That's the next question I have. Who would the Dallas Cowboys draft? Haters would say this: Tony Romo, get a quarterback. That's Tony Romo's not the answer. That's false. That's why you will be labeled a hater. Because with Tony Romo out, not only does our offense look bad with all these turnovers and stuff, our whole defense looks bad. We need to draft maybe a lineman or a safety. That's our offensive lineman or D-backs. We should go after the best D-back in college football or the best offensive lineman in college football, because we don't need quarterbacks, we don't need running backs, we don't need wide receivers, we don't need tight ends, we don't necessarily need linebackers. I mean, we drafted Sean Lee, put him in the game. It's that time of the year for the Cowboys. We're 1-6, where we got to start looking at other options at positions. So, I mean, that's that, man. Who would the Cowboys draft? All right, man. Follow me on Twitter at BlogMamba. GGT. Give God thanks. 1.